No, yeah, don't you got the biggest army on planet Earth and you bully people, you do it to the max, nigga.
Cops call for backup when they pull over Negroes. That's what we need for America.
Yep, exactly. They don't call for backup. They might call for backup, but it's like about 4 or 5 police cars on you, man. All right. Walking around, they do the same damn thing. They just have legal authority to do so. All right. So I guess all we need is a paper document and certificate. You know, I'm not promoting it, but if you had a certificate to be a blood, it'd be cool. You could walk around and oppress people and sell drugs. That's all Esau do. Got a certificate to go over there and get that opium. I mean, that poppy seeds make that opium. Got certificates to go over there and rob people of their resources. That's all they're doing the same thing, but on a much larger and wickeder scale. And then they write a document letting you know they're gonna do it.
Right. That's just like back during the Spanish Inquisition. They came over here, they took all the jewels from the islands, and then the king and the queen, they wrote that, you know what I'm saying, anything that Christopher Columbus discovered, you know what I'm saying, it was basically theirs, he could keep 10%. So how you gonna claim a land that you ain't never been to, but if any of your people step foot in it, then it's yours.
Yeah.
The people are already there.
That's basically a robbery. Anything that you consume, that is for us. They put out a hit. All right, that's all it was. Yeah.
Deuteronomy 27:17. Cursed be he that removeth his neighbor's landmark, and all the people should say amen.
Yeah, and all the people say what? So be true, because cursed is he that remove his neighbor's landmark. Don't y'all like to say, aren't we neighbors, aren't we brothers? Then you curse. Alright? Then you curse. You're not supposed to take somebody else's, and you don't need nothing. It's common sense that it's not yours, man. Alright? For example, in today's time, you shouldn't have to write on top of your cereal box your last name. There's common sense when you walk in there that it's not yours. Like, because kids used to always do that to me, you know, who this for? It's not for you. Then put the shit down. You know, it's not for you, so why would you pick it up in the first place? The person that it's for is gonna obviously pick it up because he left it there. So when you came over here in America, who is this for? It's not for you. Especially when you see people walking around, living, you should have left in. It said it's not for you, or just declare war like a man. All right? Instead of beguiling them, but you remove your neighbor's landmark, but then want to turn around and ask for love. All right? That's why you don't get no love.
I got that
All right.
Habakkuk chapter 2:12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity.
Yeah, woe to him that built a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. Who else did that, man? How was America built? On the blood and sweat of the Native Americans and the Negroes, man. By their blood. Blood was shed for this land. You know, sure, blood was shed for every other land, but the way it was shed over here was on a wicked state. Why? Because normally you would declare war on somebody, not sneak in somebody's houses, acting like you're their friend, sneak in their houses while they sleep like their teepees on fire, while they're gone, rape their women, and kill their village. All right? And then once you kill that off, you put smallpox in the blankets. All right? You didn't come at them heads up, so to speak. That's the point. All right?
Like the brother was saying, man, it wasn't like it was on a small scale. That's 2 whole continents, North America and South America. in the Caribbean.
But here it is. When you see somebody do something in the neighborhood, we're stereotypically known as savages. You stole, just like the president said, you stole 2 continents, really 3. Really, it's really 2 because Canada counts as North America. That whole sector alone is like damn near a continent. The size of one. But you stole North America and South America. Working on Iran, working on Iraq, you ain't gonna get it. You know, you got Saudi Arabia a little bit. Alright? But here it is, you steal continents, man. And you steal the resources of them continents. Quick to call somebody else a thief. So-called white man is the biggest thief on planet Earth, man. Are you niggas quick to defend this damn devil, man? James 3:13.
Ezekiel 25:12. Thus saith the Lord God, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them.
Yep. Read that again.
Ezekiel 25:12. Thus saith the Lord God, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended.
Yeah, greatly offended. You know, the Negroes went through a lot of shit, as well as the other tribes. But that hardcore slavery that greatly offended the Most High. It's one thing to put somebody in slavery, but it's one thing to overkill and to hang just because you don't like them, because you got a perpetual hatred. All right, but didn't do it in the name of the Most High. On top of that, go ahead.
And revenge himself upon them.
Yup, and revenge himself upon them. That's the whole reason why we were hung and beat like that, because we're Israelites. Not because we're Africans, because we're Israelites, and they know we was Israelites. That's why it's so important to know who you are. So why would you believe your own motherfucking enemy about your own history when they tell you from Africa? Why don't you do some research? Why would your enemy let you know who you are and empower you? When they say knowledge is power, they tell you that. So why would they give you knowledge to let you know who you are and empower you? That's common sense. They're not. That's why they say we're Africans, come up with that Egyptology bullshit or that Islamic bullshit to keep you, at the end of the day, keep your eyes closed, not open. All right? The so-called white man's education does not help nobody else but the so-called white man. Because all his history is bullshit. All right? The Holocaust, Pearl Harbor, the Trail of Tears, slavery. They tell you all this. They put a little bit of truth in it and tell you a bunch of lies. All right? That's all they do. You got that, James? You got James.
James chapter 2 verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy.
Yeah, that's why so-called white man is not gonna make it. We're going over the forefront, the mainstream wickedness that the so-called white man did and has done and do to this day. And it's even more, and it's things we don't even know that he's doing. All right? Go ahead.
And mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Mercy rejoices against judgment, man. All right? So the so-called white man ain't showed no mercy. All right? In slavery, it's a known fact. All right? It's a known fact. Then they come up with this hell doctrine. The Catholic Church got this hell doctrine that's an example of no mercy. You know, because the Most High is merciful. Why would he, you know, like the brother said, why would he put somebody in hell forever if the Most High is the most merciful? You know, that's to you Christian niggas, man. You a bunch of hypocrites to believe in hell and talking about the Most High is all love. That's hypocritical, man. That's why it don't make sense. And back to Esau, you got that precept? All right. So, in the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright.
Yeah, the ungodly, there's a lot of ungodly people out here, but it's talking about the so-called white man. Why? Because you're going to hear the characteristics. All right, go ahead.
Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy.
Yeah, life is short, and in death there's no remedy. All right, basically you can't stop it. All right, there's no cure. Basically, they don't believe in life after death. You know why we say that's a so-called white man? Because China believes in Buddhists. They believe in reincarnation. The Islam, they believe in reincarnation, the virgins and all that.
Yeah.
So them as a nation, they don't do that. And Russians, the bulk of Russians are Muslims too. You know, even though they're Edomites too. All right? But you go in that Middle East, the bulk of them believe in reincarnation. South America, you know they believe in reincarnation. But the so-called white man tell you life is short. You only got one life to live. And Jake pick up on that shit because it sounds good, man.
Make you
Make it sure.
Make you want to go all out. You know what I'm saying? You want to work extra hard, get as much money as you can, go on as many trips, buy all the things you can get. Because, you know, like Solomon said, all this under the heavens is vanity. You can have all of that and it's still vanity. Because
Makes you scandalous. Makes you scandalous too, man.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
stingy as shit.
Yeah. You know, like you said, being stingy, that goes back. You talk about love and peace on earth, telling people they got one life to live, it causes them to be all for self. You know? Causes them to worry about their own. That's how the so-called white man trips our people up, man. He'll sit there and put on face value and say he's looking for peace, but his doctrine is based off division. He'll tell you everybody's equal, but then everybody ain't got the same pay grade. You know? And I agree, everybody's not equal. You know, you're supposed to say everybody's not equal because everybody don't deserve the same pay grade. All right? That's just the reality of it. But the so-called white man will tell you you have the same opportunities as me. But why is not a balance of the rich in different ethnicities? All right? Why is not a balance of the ethnicities in the rich, basically? Why ain't got no, in America, you got just as much Denzels as you got Rothschilds. You know? They don't balance out. All the richest in the world is Edomites. That's like equity. You go ahead.
And everybody not being equal causes people to steal and rob because they try to have what they think is important in this life. They think, you know, like, one life to live.
Yep, and they think they're equal, so they think they deserve that. So what you need to be telling people is the truth, they're not equal. But you know what the so-called white man's scared of? He's scared of the Israelites waking up and taking, saying, no, hell no. You know? I'm about to take mine.
Deuteronomy 28:43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
The stranger that is within us shall get up above us very high. All right?
And thou shalt come down very low.
Yep, that's what it is. So the so-called white man sit there and say, look, we're above you. That Israelite in us is not going to have that. You're going to have that in the first place. We always, really at the end of the day, you're competing to either be trying to be like the so-called white man, trying to be better. that don't know